All right, coaches, welcome to Monday the 6th. This is going to be our monthly assessment day. We all know what that means based off of last month in May. This is going to be an extremely full day. It's going to be really important to be able to manage our classes appropriately. During our May coaches development meeting, we talked a lot about group management and demonstrations, and a lot of that's going to come into play for today and being as efficient as possible. It's going to be really important during our warm-up that when we're going through the movements with our athletes in regards to the weightlifting movements, we want to make sure that movement patterns are correct and being able to help them as much as possible during the time that they'll be going for their maxes, depending on where they're going with that. Okay? As we go into our assessments for the class, that time will be really quick in the warm-up. You have very little time during the warm-up. I recommend making sure to explain how the time is going to work through class so that they understand exactly where they're moving from and how the time will work. What's going to happen is that you should have the rowers already set up, okay? And you should have barbells already out on the floor from the warm-up, and they should be staying on the floor, okay? As you start, everyone should start with the rings, and you're going to give 5 total minutes for them to be able to do, to find their assessment or to do the assessment on the rings and moving through that. It's gonna be really imperative that as you're going through it, you're finding athletes that really need your help to progress in developing and moving up a level, and those that kind of know what they're doing and to be able to find their abilities there, okay? Make sure that the demonstration for the rings can be done a lot during the warm-up so that they understand what to do there. After the rings, you give them like 2 minutes and they're jumping right into either one of 2 things. One group is going to be on the weightlifting, another group is going to be on the rowing. And those are both 20-minute periods. You'll give about a 2 to 3 minutes time period, switch in the middle of that, and then the groups will switch. This is gonna be really important to be able to move through the class smoothly. If you've got enough rowers for a certain class to do one at a time, that's great. This is just kind of how we're gonna run through it to help manage that. If you have a small enough class and you have enough rowers and you wanna do one at a time, I recommend starting with the weightlifting. So going rings, weightlifting, rowing. But most classes, we're going to be having to have those 2 groups and being switching in between. This class will go right up to the 60-minute mark, so be prepared for that. I know a lot of us changed our schedules so we can be a little bit more flexible, or being a little bit more prepared, I should say, for the coming in class with that 15-minute break, so that'll be nice. Please reach out to me if you have any questions on class setup, how to move through smoothly, demonstrations that you might be able to perform that are quick and easy through each of these assessments. But be prepared to manage your class appropriately, and you will be using that entire 60-minute period. Prepare a lesson plan. Here you go, coaches.